It has been a nasty day, but it's also been a warm day. High temperatures got into the 70s. That is a thing of the past as we are starting to drop and will continue to do so overnight. Still have some rain around, and in areas that are saturated, flash flood warnings because at times we get these passing heavy showers, parts of the metro area, parts of the river parishes, as these heavier downpours do move through, may lead to additional street flooding. But the good news is, one, the intensity of the rain that still passes through is not as intense as they were earlier. And two, we are getting a lot of breaks in the rainfall, and that will be the case through the overnight and into tomorrow. We'll continue with the rainfall, but we'll also see breaks in that rain. And it's not always going to be heavy rain. We'll see some kind of light mist drizzle at times, and then maybe an occasional downpour, which is going to take us into tomorrow morning, and then finally by midday drying out. North Shore, Mississippi coast, again, these passing showers continue, and in the areas that have already seen kind of the high saturation and have already seen some street flooding, they're under the flash flood warnings. And this is going to continue through the night. Now, at the moment, we've got our winter weather radar mode turned on. Nothing frozen. We'll be watching that for the overnight. I don't think we're going to see much of it here in southeast Louisiana. Maybe near the Mississippi-Louisiana line in the kind of northwestern Florida parishes north of Baton Rouge, there is the chance of maybe a little bit of a sleet snow mix, even snow, not very, very likely, but certainly more of a likelihood farther north than we are going to see across most of our area. Now notice where some of the heavier bands of rain set up is where we saw some of our greater totals, and a lot of those areas where we have the flash flood warnings. Almost 4 inches of rain reported in Bogalusa. And notice that band kind of extends across parts. Now, Hammond not reporting, but it kind of extends into the river parishes. We've also seen some higher amounts now at the official observing stations, kind of caught with the higher totals in between those. So you probably have 3 to 4, maybe even 5 inches of rain in some of those isolated bands. Again, more isolated, widespread rainfall totals have not been that high. Airport has only seen a little more than a ½ inch of rainfall. Today's high was 74, and then we started to drop, and we will continue to fall. The morning start was in the 60s. Right now, we're 53. This is the coldest we have been so far today, and not as cold as we will be by overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning as that colder air continues to move in with the front, and winds have been picking up out of the northwest now, and it is going to stay breezy through the overnight, breezy to windy overnight and into tomorrow, with winds gusting at times over 20 miles an hour, which during the day tomorrow will make those temperatures in the low 40s feel more like the 20s and 30s. We're still watching for that frozen precipitation, but as I said, it looks like that risk is mainly going to stay to our north and west where the coldest of the air is. Now, this is a very cold plunge of Arctic air. Look at the temperatures across parts of the Great Lakes and northern plains. We're getting single digits, -4 degrees in Fargo, North Dakota. Now, this cold air is not coming due south. It is moving south, but eventually going to start moving more toward the east. So the core of the cold, you can see the base of this upper trough, is moving east. If this were to keep plunging south, boy, we'd be in store for some very cold air. But that is not the case. The core of that is staying to our north. So really the coldest we're going to get over the next several mornings is kind of a moderate to light freeze north of the lake, meaning temperatures in the upper 20s, low 30s. That's about as cold as we're going to get. It could be much colder this time of year. It looks like we're going to get a reinforcement, another trough as we get into Monday, keeping that chill around all next week. So here's the timing of the rainfall. We've got the heavy showers moving away, and it will be slackening off. Not the rain done, but the intense rain will be done. Now, this model has been the one trying to really consistently bring in any kind of frozen precipitation across parts of southeast Louisiana. None of the other models are indicating that. It looks like the closest would be in southwestern Mississippi for any kind of sleet snow. So basically, what we're going to see here is just a cold rain. As you get closer to the northern Florida parishes, you have the chance of maybe some sleet kind of embedded within that cold rain, but the temperatures are going to be above freezing, so nothing is going to stick to the ground. It is going to be a cold day all day tomorrow. Rain will be ending during the midday hours and then clearing out, but we're going to stay under mostly cloudy skies. Then more sunshine, and again, the coldest we'll get next few mornings, 28 on the North Shore. We've already been there before, but maybe cold enough for a little frost even south of the lake. Lots of sunshine for the weekend. That next little front moves through on Monday, reinforcing the cold air to continue through most of next week.
All right, you know what's a good comfort food?
Right.
King cake.
Yes.
King cake lovers, get your forks ready. High water.